Hey guys, if you want to see how I made this lace front wig, then keep on watching. So the hair is from RECOOL Virgin Hair, and I have 3 bundles of their Brazilian body wave. I have them in the inches 24, 22, 20, and a 20-inch lace frontal. So I have the mesh dome cap, and I just put that on my head, and I take my frontal and I make a middle part, and then I put it in a ponytail, as you can see, like this. And then I kind of pull it over my forehead, all over the cap, just to see like how it's gonna line up with my natural hairline. And this is my first time doing it this way. Usually I just kind of, average on the wig head, but this time I decided to do it on my head, and it was just the best thing ever. But anyway, as you can see, I'm just taking a white pencil and I'm just going to mark the corner of my ear, like right above my ear, the back of the lace, and on the other side, as you can see. And this is just going to help me line up the frontal when I have the wig cap on my mannequin head, like this. So I'm just going to connect the dots basically. So connect this corner right here, and then on this side where that dot is, connect it right there. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. And I'm just going to pin it down with these wig pins. I think that's it's called T-pins. So I'm gonna start sewing that down, and I usually start from the middle and then I go down each side. So I'm starting from the middle and then I'm going down on my right side, which is your left side. I'm just taking my time and making sure that my stitch is nice and flat, because this is at the top of your head, so you want your stitching on your lace front to be really nice and neat. Now I'm just gonna take the longest bundle, which is a 24-inch, and I'm going to connect it from one ear to the next, and that is my first row. And this is when I cut my weft. I usually don't like cutting my wefts just because I just don't. It causes shedding, and also like if I have to remake my wig, because sometimes the wig caps get worn out and you have to make a new one. I don't like having a bunch of different pieces, so I try not to cut my wefts, but this is usually one of the only places that I actually cut my wefts, just because it's just what I do. So anyway, I'm starting from the lace front, where the lace front ends at that corner right there, as you can see, and I'm just going to stitch all the way onto the other side. So on the wig band, there is the elastic, and then there's like a layer of mesh on the top of it. You want to sew through the mesh and not the elastic. If you sew through the elastic, your wig will not fit. It will be too tight because it's going to stop the elastic from stretching to go over your head. So make sure that you only sew through the mesh and not the elastic, okay? can see right here, I'm just measuring where it ends, and I'm gonna cut my weft and then really stitch down the end of it so it does not lift up. Okay, so then I start doubling my wefts, and I start from the back, and then I go from side to side. I just go from side to side, from side to side, from side to side, and go all the way up. So I'm just gonna let you see me do this, and when I get to the corners, I just flip my weft and I stitch it down. I'm sorry that I'm out of focus. This is my first time trying to record me actually making a wig, so it was kind of capturing me instead of the wig head, so I apologize. I'll probably make a new one when I have shorter nails and things are easier for me. Yeah, I'll probably make a new one at another time, but for right now, just I think you kind of know how to stitch, or at least I'm hoping that you know how to stitch. So I don't really have a particular method, like how I actually, my stitching method. I just kind of go under and then wrap the thread around the needle once, just to create little knots, so the weft is really attached to the wig cap. And you see where that line is, those two lines, that is actually elastic, so I am actually going to stitch around it. I don't stitch through those two lines because I want as much stretch as I could get. So the elastic band around your entire head, do not stitch through it. Stitch through the mesh, and these two lines, stitch around it. Another tip for making wigs is practice, guys. You just have to practice. I've been making wigs since before wigs was a thing, okay? I was wearing wigs when everyone was laughing at me because I said I was wearing a wig. They're like, what? You're young, why you wearing a wig? Wig is for old people. No, everybody wants a wig. I've been making wigs since then, and every time I make a wig, I still learn something new, or might have to redo it, or I made a mistake. So if you make a mistake, guys, we're not professionals, okay? We just try nothing. So just keep practicing, and you'll get better at it. If you make a mistake and you have to take it on and do it again, and you'll be fine. Okay, this is just some encouragement. We can do this and save some coins, okay? We can do this ourselves. So as you can see, I'm just adding more bundles, and I'm just going to keep going from side to side, from side to side. Again, I apologize for not being in focus. And now that I'm kind of closer, you can see the stitching method that I was talking about. You kind of go under and then wrap the thread around and pull. And try not to make your stitches too far apart, because I notice, like, if I'm lazy and I try doing it too far apart, like when I'm using a comb to comb my hair, the comb or the brush gets stuck in between the wefts. So don't make them too small, but try to make them close so it's nice and neat and also flat. Now that I got to the top, that's when I used the last bundle, I should say. I did not double this weft because I want it to be really flat, and it is kind of difficult to make sure that when you're doubling them at the top for it that it's flat. So I just try to use the single weft method up top. So now I'm just connecting that last weft to my lace front, making sure that it's nice and seamless. it. So I'm just gonna cut this off. When you're cutting this off, make sure that you don't go too close to the stitch, because if you do, the stitches can become undone, and then what you're going to do, sis, when your whole lace front is coming off your wig cap, you cannot. So just be careful. And it's taking me super long to cut this because my scissors is so dull, because everyone in my house decides to use my hair scissors for everything besides hair. Shucks. Anyway, back to this wig. So now I'm just gonna blow dry it with my Revlon styling blow dryer thing. You guys saw that in my previous video. And I'm just smoothing out my hair. Again, I apologize for not being in focus. brush these curls out anyways, but I just wanted a slight hold. So now I'm going to put the wig on my head, and I used foundation on my lace, and the foundation was too dark. I was not paying attention to the color foundation I was using, and it made my lace look really brown. But you know, I wasn't gonna wash my lace front after doing all these curls. I had to wear it like this. So anyway, as you can see, this wig fits perfectly. Like, they made this wig on my head, okay? So it fit really perfectly and lined up well with my natural hairline, as you can see. And I was really pleased because this was my first time getting it to just really fit my head exactly how I wanted it to. And this is what it looks like. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in another video.